Hello everyone, this is Stephen Balch, your instructor for Introduction to Microeconomics at Ozarka College. Today what I'm going to do is give you just a little bit of feedback on the Chapters 3 and 4 activities that I finished grading yesterday. And then I'm going to tell you what we've got coming up due for Chapters 5 and 6 later this week. Okay? So the first thing is, like I said, I did finish grading the Chapters 3 and 4 activities yesterday. If you haven't already done so, go ahead and look at your grades for those activities and read the corresponding grading comments and let me know if you have any questions at all. Most of you did well on the assignment, and so it was obvious that most of you put the time and effort in that was needed to do well on the assignment, so keep up the good work on that. Now, I did notice there were a few of you who had problems understanding demand and quantity demanded and kind of distinguishing between those, understanding the difference between those items. And so what I've done is I posted a video on the announcements page and also on the activities page. Right here under week 4, the very first item under week 4. It's also on the announcements page. But basically what I've done is I've created a video that goes through and explains, basically in the video I explain what demand is, what quantity demanded is, what a change in quantity demanded looks like versus what a change in demand looks like on a graph, and then the things that can cause a change in quantity demanded and the items that can cause changes in demand. All right. Some of you didn't answer that question completely, and some of you got confused when you were describing demand and quantity demanded. So that's why I thought this video would help to kind of have you better understand the relationship between demand and quantity demanded and the things that can cause changes in each one of those. All right? So watch the video. Even those of you that did well, that got all the points on that particular question on the assignment, it would probably still be a good idea for you to watch that video because the way that I explain demand and quantity demanded is probably a little bit different than the other videos that I posted on the assignment page that other people did. And so this may help you to even get a better understanding. Even if you have a pretty good understanding, it may help you to even get a better understanding of demand and quantity demanded. And the reason that one of the main reasons I did that video is because, like I said in the last time I talked to you, this chapter 4, where it discusses demand and supply and so forth, those are the basic laws of economics that are going to lay the foundation for everything that we're going to cover the rest of this semester. And so it's very critical that we understand demand and supply and the various concepts that are associated with demand and supply because, again, you're going to need to know that as a basic foundation to be able to understand other concepts later on. Okay? So it's very, very important. So if you still don't understand demand and quantity demanded and supply and quantity supplied and the other concepts like the equilibrium, quantity and price and so forth that were presented in Chapter 4, you need to let me know that, and I'll do the best I can to help you understand that. But I think the video will definitely help you. Okay? So watch the video and then let me know if you still have questions about that. Like I said, overall, most of you did well on the Chapters 3 and 4 assignment. Now, the discussion that we had for Chapters 3 and 4 that dealt with the market for professional basketball, I thought that went very well. I really enjoyed reading everyone's comments and examples that you gave. So I really appreciate everyone's participation on the discussion, and hopefully that the discussion that we had about the market for professional, specifically NBA basketball players, I thought hopefully that helped you to better understand the concept of demand and quantity demanded and so forth. All right, so keep up the good work on the discussions. Then on the chapters 3 and 4 objective tests, most of you did well on that, but I did notice there were at least a few of you that didn't take it more than once, that you just took it one time. And just kind of remember that your highest grade is automatically recorded, and you can take those tests as many times as you want to up until the due date. Also, just as a reminder, I know I reminded you about this in the last video as well, but I will be opening up those chapter tests later in the semester to help you prepare for the midterm and the final exams. And so just kind of keep that in mind. Let me know if you have any questions about that. All right, so that's chapters 3 and 4. Now what we've got next for this class is chapters 5 and 6. And so that's under week 4 on the activities page. So basically chapters 5 and 6 activities are due by Saturday, September 14th. So you've got just about 5 days to be working on those activities. And so I would go ahead and get started as soon as possible. Let's go ahead and click on the assignment page link here. So we can go to the chapters 5 and 6 assignment page. Just remember to carefully read through each part of each question and thoroughly answer each part of each question using your own words. And remember the resources that you have available, including the PowerPoint slides down here under resources, and also the videos that are linked for you. Okay, so just make sure you're using all the available resources, and just let me know if you have questions as you're working on the assignment. Now, very quickly here, let me tell you what you're going to be learning about in chapters 5 and 6. So starting with chapter 5, you're going to learn about something that's very, very important in microeconomics, which is the elasticity of demand and supply. Okay? Elasticity is just an economic term that means the same thing as responsiveness. So, we learned about, for example, in chapter 4, we learned about the inverse relationship on the demand curve between price and quantity demanded, and that creates that downward slope of the demand curve. And we also learned about the upward sloping supply curve. We basically learned about the law of supply, which says that as the price increases, the quantity supplied is also going to increase, which creates that positive slope for the supply curve. But what we haven't talked about yet is how responsive price is going to, or how responsive quantity demanded or quantity supplied is going to be to price changes. Not every good or service has the same responsiveness because of various factors. And so you're going to learn about elasticity of demand and supply, and the things that can influence how elastic or inelastic a particular demand or supply can be for a particular good. All right, and then in chapter 6, we're going to learn about something else that's extremely important in microeconomics, something that kind of greatly influences all of our decisions as consumers, which is utility. Okay, so in chapter 6, you're going to learn about consumer choice and demand, and then you're also going to learn about something called utility analysis, which is basically a method that economists use to determine how consumers make economic choices. Okay, when economic decision makers make those choices on how best to use their resources to satisfy their unlimited wants, they're looking at basically the utility, the marginal value of making that choice, and versus the marginal cost. And so you're going to learn about utility analysis. Okay. And another name for utility is just satisfaction. Basically, when we consume goods and services as either an individual or a business, what we're trying to do is we're trying to maximize our satisfaction that we're getting from our limited resources. And so that's where you're going to be learning about how consumers make those choices as far as how to use their resources. All right. So again, just be working on those activities. Even though they're not due till Saturday, I would go ahead and be working on them this entire week and get started as soon as possible. Don't wait until Saturday, because usually on Saturdays you have other things going on that you want to do, and it may be something that you may forget about working on the activities for this class. So I would definitely not wait till Saturday. Even though they're due Saturday, I would go ahead and be working on those activities this week and try to get them done before Saturday and get them submitted. And that way, if you want your weekend free, you can have that. Okay? So again, be working on those activities for chapters 5 and 6. Let me know if you have any questions. Remember the resources that you have available. Let me know if you have questions at all. And that's all I have for you for today. So enjoy the rest of your week and your weekend, and I will talk to you again sometime next week. Thank you.